Thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Every year is a new beginning, fresh till death. So hopefully the USA will get its proverbial S together and not be so crazy. But they don't want to listen to the smart people. They want to. Oh, don't get me started on American policy and how much it's damaged the world and itself. Stop communism. That's my birthday wish. I had no idea what communism was. I even used to call myself like infinite utopia because I believed that all is good and sharing and blah blah blah. That's not what communism is. That's the image they present. What communism is murder, death, and destruction of anyone, including themselves eventually, that doesn't have their stupid fucked up inbred DNA. It's based in jealousy, it's based in crime, and it harms innocent people of all races. And communism is an awful thing. While people do need benefits, and as you know, a part Swiss, I do think that everyone is entitled to food and shelter. 100%. I will stand by that. Everyone. Have you ever been hungry? I have. I've been without food. I've been you might not believe it looking at me, but I've been without a place to live, sober, while employed actually. Working for $12 an hour 2 years for my doctorate because I have enemies from hell who cyberstalked me and sabotaged me that TD Bank caught and named. And probably are connected to this whole thing in Dallas. So my wish for my birthday, I mean, you can always give me Bitcoin. I'll put my address up. I love Bitcoin. You can give me Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, any kind of digital currency, or, vouchers, anything. But my wish is that we stop communism and we come to a realization of what communism is, and we welcome those people that are communists, which is a code word for radical literal Talmudists, to, if they do, and some have, you've seen on the page, in my page even, they do realize that superstitious, bloodthirsty way is wrong, and they want to integrate into society, then we welcome that, but we have to stop communism. I know this isn't my best rant, but I'm just kind of like, wow, over the past few days. And in Europe, I'm going to say it again, especially Scandinavia, Switzerland, we still have a little, we like our dark side. We do. Vikings scare us, they come scare us. But we don't have this crime. And I'm so sad that I can't go back to Europe because my mom was born in France. And France is worse than the USA right now because there's something wrong with the Catholics. Now, the Spanish Catholics are really different. Like, if you go to Spain, I mean, I'm thinking of moving to Spain because they pay people to have kids there. They pay you like $30,000 a year. So I'm thinking I should just go to Spain because I have pregnancy tests that I've taken here, and somebody ends up terminating the pregnancy probably. And I'm thinking I will just go to Spain and live, right? I can speak enough Spanish. It's nice. I could live in inland Spain. I can live in mainland. I love hot weather. But my country, where my mom was born, France, northern France, she was a Huguenot, is in shambles. And there's something we have to crack down on. And, I was raised Catholic and Methodist, and I did have contact with communists because I am related to Jews. I'm going to say it. Not my blood. You can take a blood test of me and find that I'm European, but UBS took my hair to see what I am, before I worked there. They're paranoid Swiss. But I see how greedy they are and how grandiose their self-perception of themselves are. While they may be smart, they certainly didn't invent everything, and they do take people's ideas and they do profit from it, and they don't care. Like, my cousin at 16 was homeless after her aunt was found dead and a communist was stalking her grave. Her mom, right? Her mom was a partner in a law firm from my school, and they have attacks. My school in Kansas, Washburn, where Bob Dole went, these Bush, commie, Hillary, warmongering, Walmartopia, USA trash, ugly. If you see them, you're like, all of this bloodbath in the world for them? What did we do to them? Nothing. We didn't do anything to them. Yeah, and so they killed her. They're going to say it's a seizure. They're going to say it's this. I know because they call me and they tell me they killed her and they brag about it and they post on Facebook about how it is. I know who the hell it is. It's a communist. She was a German, and she was a lawyer and she was doing alternative energy. Of course this fucking oil whore, commie, Muslim-loving, crazy motherfuckers killed her, right? Okay, I know that. I'm not stupid. I have IQ over 140. You know, I might not be as shady to understand, like, oh, people do steal and kill, you know, like, I didn't really get that, but they do. And a communist is stalking her grave to this day. So, and nothing happens to them ever, because they know the legal games, like I posted yesterday about the UCC. And they don't really have any inner soul. They don't feel sorry. And if they feel guilty, they just do more crime. Yeah, or they say their little prayer and they, you know, make some kind of donation and they feel like everything is all fine. Because they don't value our lives at all. And I do think communism is behind this Black Lives Matter movement, and Black lives do matter, okay? You know, but you know what? You're some racist motherfuckers too. I have reached out to the black community time and time again because, you know, I'm a white girl from Kansas with brown eyes, right? So I know, and I was like probably one of the darkest people, but I was treated pretty well by the white people, you know, and I was white, obviously, like I'm whiter than anyone. I put a picture to my friend of me and my 3 short sisters, and I am the whitest skin of them, you know, but I do know that there is still some discrimination based on eye color and hair color and all of that, and they're just gonna justify it on anything, you know. People are gonna say, oh, you're not blonde enough. Well, when I get to Maryland, it's the first place I was told I wasn't dark. I was not dark enough. So I realized there is discrimination in the black community against white people. There is discrimination in the Asian community. I dated the rainbow. I'm Swiss, right? United Nations is based in Switzerland. I'm not anti-globalist. I'm anti-communist globalist because it's a fuck mess. And that's why I'm standing up against the New World Order, because it's a fuck mess. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible direction for which we will never recover. We have to stop it. And that's why I like Alex Jones, because it's true. And that's why I like, you know, a lot of these people that people have said, you know, for the past 20 years that I'm off kilter. I'm, you know, it's not right. But I do not like mainstream media. I do, because I do travel. And I have traveled a lot. And I see what communism is. You can see it really in Bulgaria. It's a fuck mess, right? It's not fair. It's not fair to the people they import and breed. It's not fair to the people they rob. It's not fair to themselves and their own future, because they're stupid and they just know how to steal really well because they've been stealing for 2,000 years. Stealing and killing, that's what they know. And hustle. They lie, steal, kill, and hack. They don't think normally. Like, look at inventions. What do they really invent? They can say they invent it, but what do they really invent? We have to stop communism. I know I'm ranting, but I'm like totally mortified by the situation in Dallas, and I'm mortified by the situation in Minnesota. I mean, it is wrong to just go up and shoot someone, you know. That's wrong. That's wrong. So, but why was that broadcast, and why from Minnesota? And I know Mark Cuban has a really psycho communist friend who went to Indiana Bloom and is from Minnesota and is part Muslim. So Mark Cuban's type of Jew isn't like really like Jew, right? They renamed themselves Jew 250 years ago, but they're really more with the Muslims. That's how Russia got fucked by their people. That's how East Europe got fucked. And I'm not even anti-Islam, because I do, and people say, oh, well, you do have friends from Morocco. You do have friends from the Gambia. Well, look at Libya. It was nice, but we kill the nice ones. We kill the ones with the modern interpretation who want to participate in a normal global society. That's what I don't understand. And then we give it to the crazy ones. The logic and the lack of logic in our policy is just beyond me. You know, why do we kill Cyprus, Cypriot Greeks? I mean, who build luxury resorts for inbreeding communists to hustle us and steal our bailout money. I don't really know how to rectify the cognitive dissonance in this very scary USA. We are too violent. We are. And this Black Lives Matter, it needs busted up because it's racist too. It's racist too. Black Lives Matter. Yes, they do. So do white lives. But what is this race shit? We should have gotten over that with Obama. But I told you in 2007 that we are not ready for a black president, because if he takes over, the black population in general is not as educated as the white. So get them fucking educated if they take over, so we don't turn into goddamn Liberia. Okay? Have you seen Liberia? It's a fuck mess. Nigeria is different. They value education. You know, in Africa, they don't all live in mud huts. They're not all bad, but they are racist. They are racist. And if they're going to chastise the whites for being racist, then they have to chastise the blacks for being racist. It's not right for them to have a movement that kills people based on skin color. And they say that's Islam. That's not Islam, guys. That's not. Islam was Arab. It wasn't black. There was nothing black about Islam. Christianity has more of a chance to be black than Islam because of Ethiopia. Know your history. I mean, the stupidity. I mean, if I don't know, I would love to hear from black people if they're frustrated with their own people. But you know, we've got this birth bond system, so we're just breeding and breeding and breeding for the fucking prison planet. And it's just, we have to change things. We have to, or none of us are going to survive.